I'm going back to my music jazz page. Is that right? Uh, um, and I had this. It should be on all my. I'm just showing that we have a navigation type of a concept on every page. But I'm going back to, I'm just suggesting that we created a page called as, let's go to index first. Where is index? Here. And I go back on how to show you how does that is working. So this is our, right? So this is your show music where all the musics show. But there's some, okay, I'll have to see what the syntax error is on line number 84. So index code. Can you see what the error is? Can you tell what is wrong? If you look at it, there is a repeat here and there is a repeat button somehow here, right? Which is what the error is. It shouldn't have that there. That's why it is creating such a noise, the page. There was a, this is what has, which has caused an error. So I'm gonna go back here and is it gone? The lines. So if I go back to my music jazz and copy this, I just have to be careful where am I copying in this code. It needs to just sit here. Does that? But what has happened? It's not copying my links. Yeah. So it's different when you copy in code and when you copy in design view, it's different. So this should be all right. It shouldn't, it's still getting that. Okay, that means it's not copying it correct from the other file. So something getting copied from there, which it should not, right? This is where it should be upload music details. Yeah. Okay. Fine now. File, save all. Go back to the code, refresh. So that was my index page. Went to show music, all the records come up. Go to jazz, only jazz music comes up. But now can you see the link? That is because that anchor is not closed correctly in that file. Upload is again a problem. Same, I think it's the same error which is on all the files now. Because I was so fast doing it. Save all. They should all be working fine now. So let's go back to index. So show music, fine. Jazz should be fine. No, hyperlink is still wrong. And then upload. Is that, yeah? So that's your pages so far. Now what I want is on my music file, this is where the image is showing. Somewhere there is an image showing, right? Somewhere there is a video link and there is an audio link. Is that right? This is image, there is video link, and there is a audio file. Now, first of all, the names are there in your database, which you have already seen. When I run this file, I do see the names of the JPEG files. There is a video link. So I should be able to do what? I should be able to convert this into an actual image. Showing up, the actual image should show up. Does that? So this is the name of the image. So we know that in HTML, if you need to show an image, you need an img tag, and the name of the image goes in the source. So that means I just have to make sure that there is an img tag and this name goes in its source, right? And for showing a video link, you need iframe to be, and then this should go in iframes source, right? So there are too many ways of doing it. Let's look at the easiest way how I could do this, right? Now, in this image source area, just go and say insert an image, right? Pick up any image, whichever image you like. Now, but then I don't have images in my folder in the first place, so I'll just cancel that first. I think where all the images were on K drive, there are web design and development level 2, 1608 books website. There are these. There's a folder with all the images in. Yeah, there are all the images in the folder. So what I'm going to just do is copy this same folder like this on my C drive. Example1 htdocs and in my w music folder. Now it is up to me what do I want to call it, artists, pics, which whatever you want to call it, right? So I just have all the images. So now I can actually insert one image. So just insert one image, artists, and pick up the first image. All text, I don't want to write down anything in the old, I can just say music image or album image, whatever you want to write down. So that's there, right? So you have the image, but this is obviously static. It's just for the one record. If I just save this right at the moment and just show you on the browser, all the files will have the same image because I've just put the static image there, right? So it wouldn't. What I want is this image should be replaced by my actual images which are there. So what I need to do is go back here. Now in this, when you click on that image, can you see the path is already there? Artist/1.jpg. But I know that 1.jpg is actually this, right? So what I want you to do is click on this record set thing, go to code, you will see a PHP code highlighted. Can you see that PHP code highlighted? Control X that, cut it, right? Come back on your design and click here on your image and go here and just paste that where it says 1.jpg. Instead of 1.jpg, I should have that code, right? And that is all what you're going to do. Is that okay? You can set up the height and width of your picture if you want. Is that you can decide that, just save that. And now when I is that okay? So I have all the images. There is no image because there's no image of this type in my folder. Is that okay? So you've been able to put the images in the right place.
So where does no images saved?
on the K drive, web level 2, 1608. You already have it on your pen drive. Is that okay? So this is how you do an image. Let's say if you wanted to do a video link. Now the problem with video link is Dreamweaver does not give you any to say insert and media. It does, but it doesn't say um, YouTube or whatever. So I can't go for plugin or anything here. What I will have to do is click on this video link, go to your code, and you just have to remember that wherever this is, that thing, you can cut it, right? Cut that whole thing. But start writing a code here, which is iframe source is equal to, and that's how you write down your iframe tag, right? Iframe. Now in this source, click on that source thing where it says source and paste that code. Yeah. And now if it's trying to, I don't think so. I'll see. So that's your image. That is where your iframe is. Iframe. This is what I wrote. I had cut that. So I wrote iframe source and I closed iframe tag. But where I wrote source, I went in and I just placed that code there. And now if you say save all, you can mention the height and width as well if you want. Sorry. Browser. So you had all these pictures. There's only one which I have where I have the video link. Otherwise, I don't have the video link. There's only one in my database, but it should play. Is that okay? So the video should be playing. So you can pause that. So video, but then, so all I've done is done an iframe tag. And just dragged my video link option in that source. Is that okay? Yeah? So far clear? Yeah? And I think some of you did what, this is another page which was, this is your normal music page, which I have. where we had jazz music, right? There's an error, I'll correct that. This is the jazz, where the jazz music is, where we said there is an uh, title and the artist name, right? Now, this is showing only very little information. There is no image, nothing. Is that right? There's nothing. But I want that when somebody, this should become a hyperlink. This is all what I want to show from the table. Does that make sense? Just the title and the artist. When somebody clicks on this, it takes me to another page where I see more information. Rating, price, anything else I want to see, right? So at the moment, all we had on our page was a record set, and all we had done was repeat region. Is that right? I think this is the line which is error. So let's see what my page is looking like at the moment in the first place. That's the code at the moment. So I'm going to close browser because it's not clearing my cache. It's just here. Because if I go and see this in browser, these are my error lines which have an error. I think this should be fine now. Levels, artist, and all. Is that right? So this obviously at the moment they're not looking very nice because there's no spacing whatsoever in the divs, which I can put an extra space, which is BR, which should give you an idea that that's, or instead of BR, let me just put H. Yeah, but I want everything, the whole thing to become a hyperlink, the entire thing to become a hyperlink. Now, if you just want to make it a hyperlink, all you have to do is in your Dreamweaver, in your design, if you highlight all of this and you go to your properties, what would you do here? Name of the file, isn't it? The name of the file, which, where do you want to link it to? When somebody clicks on it, where does it need to go? So I, let's say, want to link it to a page called as details dot php. Is that fine? So I've linked this page, this word, to a page called as details, right? So if I save this and I show this page now to you, so they all should be hyperlinks. Is that right? And when I put my cursor on, can you see it shows me on the bottom details.php? Right? And if I click on it, it should take me to a page called as details.php, which does not exist. Is that okay? Which is fine, which is what we, at the moment, we don't know where to go. Right? Now, in this, if I show you the code, page source, can you see that there's a href and then there's href everywhere? Is that right? So that's how it's working. Fine. So let's create a page called as details.php. In a Dreamweaver, I have to do what? I need to create file, new, a PHP page, create file, save as details.php. Is that right? Yeah. File, save all. If I am in my page and I refresh this, and if I click on this now, it will take me to that page. Is that right? Yeah? So it's linking. All of them will be linking. From wherever you go, you are there. But what should happen on this page now? What should happen on this page? Details, right? Okay. Now, if you want a detail, so on this page, I want a record set because that's also data coming from the database. Okay. So we will create a record set. But which records data? The one which he's clicked on. Is that right? The one which that has been clicked on, right? Now, there are two things for you. On this page, when somebody is clicking on music.jazz, what are they clicking on? A title? And they're clicking, the only information you have on this page is title and artist. Now, if you click on artist, can there be more artists with this? Can the artist name be more than once? I mean, can I have more records of one artist? So if I click on this, then how does it know which artist were you talking about? Okay, one. If I tell him about the artist, there will be more than one records of that artist. Is that right? So is that what you want? You have to know what is that you want on that page, right? If I say title, are you exactly looking for that title? So if I look for that exact title, maybe I will only get one record asking for that title. Does that make sense? So you need to choose what do you have on that page which needs to be sent to the other page so that the information can be fetched from the database based on that. Does that make sense? It's like saying select star from table where title is equal to this title, the one which they have clicked on. Is that right? Right? So what do we need to do for this? What you will have to do, copy this title, go to code and copy this code. Don't cut, copy. Right? Last time we cut because we were replacing it. This time we are copying it because I need to make a copy. And why do I need to make a copy? I want this to be shown on the screen and I also want it to go to the next page so that I can search based on that title. Right? So copy that. And do what? Go to your design and where you created that link, highlight that again. This is where you created that. Is that right? In front of this details.php, put question mark. Is that okay? Put question mark after the file name. So details.php. Question mark. Think of any variable name you like t, x, y, z, whatever you want, right? Equals, and copy that entire title there. Does that make sense? So what I'm going to do is, let's say t is equal to, right? And I have my PHP code, right? Paste that here. But while you're pasting that, please put single quotes because title will have spaces. Is that right? Title will have spaces in it. So put single quotes and put that PHP code in. Is that okay? Save that. Let's see what has it done to my page. Does that make sense? Let's see. I've not made any changes in details yet, but this must have changed something on my Jazz page, right? So let's go to Jazz page and see what it has done. Close the Jazz page. Music. Yes. Right. Now, can I click on this or this? Can you see what it is showing me in front? Details.php question mark t is equal to 27 levels and percentage something. Yeah? If I click on this, you will still see it here also. Can you see that? T is equal to 27 loves, comma on top. I mean, that's how it puts spaces. It's fine. That's its way of encrypting spaces and commas and everything. Is that okay? Yeah? So whichever record you will click on, you will see that it has actually done that. Want you back? Twilight. So this, is that okay? Now, what do I want on my details page is, we wanted a record set. So let's go to details page and create a record set. And we'll do dynamic data, but let's just create a just simple record set. But we have to be very careful what we are writing down in our record set now. Record set, select all. Yeah. Select all, but there is a where, and which is on title. Is that right? Where the title matches, right? So title needs to be equals to, now this time it will not be entered value, which otherwise is. Here it will be used URL parameter, and here it's the letter which you created, which was T. In my case it was T. If whatever name you gave that to variable, that is what you will write down here. So it's like where title is equal to T, which is coming from a different page, which is coming from a previous page. So click on OK, and then just insert your dynamic table as you do, or you div or dynamic data, whatever you want to do. All, there should be only one, but that's, is that okay? Yeah. So let's file, save all. Let's go back on so we are here and we refresh this page and we go, it did not search. Can't find it. Is it because of inverted commas? Let me just take this inverted commas out and see, does that, it should have taken a level. No inverted commas. It gave an error with inverted commas. It can't decrypt it back. But whichever I will click on now, it'll show me that record. Yeah? Paradise, that's Paradise Records. So bigger view. When you're creating a link to show you more on a specific, it could be done on ID, it can be done on, but it can only be done on something which is unique. Does that make sense? So either do it on ID or you do it on title, because not two titles will be exactly same. There must be some difference. But something which is unique. Otherwise, whatever you are searching on might give you two records, which is still fine, but it beats the concept of going to a detailed information of that. Does that?
Where's the images?
Books underscore website is a site which you have, and there's a folder called as
I know
artists.
where the images are on my keys. I'm saying when you went on the records, and you selected a specific one, the image never came up.
Because I haven't changed the code here. This is a different page now, so I'll have to do the same page thing here. Yeah, I haven't done on this page. I just dragged it. Okay. Is that okay? Followed? But again, I am not expecting you to do this on your assignment.